For more insight into the freedom of speech and its role and limits, I'm joined now by Manny Paraschos. He's a professor at Emerson College, and he's written about media law and the regulation in the European Union. Manny, welcome.
Yes.
The publication of Charlie Hebdo has drawn strong opinions across the globe. What is the role and the limits of freedom of speech, in your opinion?
Well, clearly we're talking about two different mentalities of what freedom is and what press is and what information is. And definitely that has caused a lot of difficulty in understanding. However, we need to push forward. There is no question, there should be no question that we in the West value freedom of expression to a high degree. And even if it means that we insult people. We understand that, I get this. On the other hand, we also need to show, we in the West, that we have a respect for other people and understanding, and make sure that we don't just go around offending people just because we have the right to. So my position has always been that if we are to live in a global society, we need to show our understanding and respect for other people's by tempering our remarks and not just provoking people because we can.
Professor, that leads me to my next question. I was curious, do you think during the current climate, in the tense situation in the Middle East that we have right now with ISIL, that we should in fact rethink freedom of speech in some situations?
Well, clearly we should be doing that as individuals and as journalists all the time. We don't need to wait for government to censor us, or we don't need to have people killing other people in order to make us think. We as adults and members of a civilized society need to understand that yes, we do have rights. Yes, especially when it comes to political speech, we should have all freedoms to disagree with everybody else. But on the other hand, we have to be respectful of other people's and their sensitivities.
I was going to add that in some ways the publication Charlie Hebdo was art, and if you don't appreciate it, you don't have to look at it, you don't have to read it actually. Is there a case
Yes.
to be made for this?
Yes, and art has been in the forefront of this on a variety of angles in our society. For example, pornography for some people is art, and to others it's not. Okay, and yes, I don't have to subscribe to it, but we need to show our understanding of diversity by showing that we care about the sensitivities of others and not just trying to provoke them because we have a right in the West to insult people.
I was going to ask you my last question. Did the Charlie Hebdo publication and these satirical photos of or depictions of the Prophet Muhammad expose oppression or anything that needed to come to light? Or was it merely this publication's take on Islam?
I think it's the latter. I did not recall any particular cause that they were advocating or trying to promote, for example, the rights of women, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't see that. And often I thought they were beyond necessary to make a point. So I was not thrilled, but definitely they had the right to say it with consequences.
Professor Manny Paraschos, thank you so much, joining us live from Boston, Massachusetts.